Here we go. Hi, Daniela. How are you today?
I'm doing well, and you, Sarah?
I'm doing awesome. Thank you. So I was just so inspired by the conversation that we had about the results that you've been getting from the Miracle 90 course and all the healing that's been coming up from you in a really fast amount of time. How long have you been in the program for now?
It's a month today.
A month today, yes.
Mhm.
So in just 4 weeks, you've been getting these phenomenal results that most people don't ever see in a lifetime. So I'm super excited for you with that. And I was just wondering, what inspired you to join Miracle 90 in the first place?
Um, I believe it was meant to be. But I had heard about Reiki very briefly the week before, and I was curious. I wanted to know, what is this thing that they call Reiki? And I know that there are people that I've known that do it.
Yeah.
And it was curiosity, but I also think that it was a time in my life when things had healed very much. And I want to say Reiki found me and inspired it. It's I can't explain what it was because I didn't go searching actively for it.
Right.
But I saw you and I saw your advertisement and I saw you talking, and that inspired me that you were very approachable, you didn't seem like something unattainable or a person that was up there in the stratosphere that I could never be like. So
Oh,
it made it very human and very possible. And I guess people have that mindset they have to be a certain way and have a certain level of enlightenment. And I looked at you and I said, oh, she's just like me. She's normal like me. She's so I think I could do this. That's
yeah.
basically.
I love connecting with my students, and I love that we were able to connect in that way, especially with this technology. Like right now, we're connecting on a video like this, which is amazing. I love it. And it's so common. I hear that from a lot of people that Reiki found them, right? And that
Mm-hmm.
people don't tend to like seek it out. It tends to find them, and it comes at exactly the right moment with this beautiful resonance.
Yes,
Um,
it came at a moment that was just amazing.
yeah.
There were a lot of things going on that have fallen into place ever since.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So what have been the initial effects that you've been seeing so far? I know you talked about the attunement, and some things came from the attunement and from self-healing and stuff like that.
The attunement was that was the most amazing experience. While I was doing it, first of all, I didn't know what an attunement was. I was like, okay, what is this? And then after I was done, um, I had told my son, you know what, I'm going to need some quiet. Please don't talk to me right now. Don't knock on the door. Don't play loud music, nothing. So that's the first time I was really able to go into a meditative state. I'd been meditating, but I'd never really meditated with my mind completely, you know, not blank. It was like I was aware, but I wasn't aware.
Yeah.
And then there was this, when you were going through and you went through the heart chakra, there was this pull I felt like when you fall out of bed,
Mm-hmm.
but it wasn't a falling, it was like a tug.
Mm.
And I didn't open my eyes, and then there was a wisp of just almost like fog light. It almost looked like little wisps.
Wow.
And I just thought it was beautiful. And I felt a presence on my left side. And I remember thinking, it feels really cool on the right and it feels really warm on the left. This is strange. Okay, Danielle, get back to meditating. So anyway, I was just there, and within 3 minutes, 3 minutes after that, my phone starts beeping, beep, 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 beep. I turned my phone off and it started beeping. And I looked at it, and my mother had texted me this long text. Um, our relationship hasn't always been the best. My mother was a very young mother, and she feels a lot of guilt for things that she did, but transfers it onto me. And I don't want to accuse her of anything, but it has been a very abusive relationship.
Mm.
And we had been estranged for quite some time. And she said, there's a piece of me that I feel right now that is missing. I don't know why. There's a tug in my heart. I have the text message. There's a tug in my heart
Oh my God.
that I feel that I need to have my daughter back. I'm so sorry for everything I did. And she just, and I had already come to terms and come to peace that we probably won't have a relationship ever. But I love her.
Mm.
It's almost like I love and I release her.
Mm.
And she just reached out in this way that she had never spoken. And I showed my son that, and I had shared with my son that I was doing Reiki. He's 18.
Mm-hmm.
And he just looked at me dumbfounded. He was like, oh my God. Oh my God. And I said, I can't explain it, and I don't even want to.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that have happened.
It's beautiful.
The course is very appropriately named Miracle 90.
Mm. Oh my gosh, that's such an amazing experience. Where it's like you weren't doing anything for your mom. You were just working within yourself, and to see that effect of the people around you, that you weren't even physically connected with, is incredible. It's so beautiful. And Daniela, you had mentioned working with your dog too.
Yes. Well, it's my boyfriend's dog, and he has a 15-and-a-half-year-old full-bred lab.
Yeah.
And as you know, first of all, labs don't live to be 15 very easily.
Right.
Second thing is, when they're full bred, or he's got papers and all that thing, they tend to even get sicker.
Mm.
So he lives alone, and he needed to start traveling. So I told him, why don't you bring the dog over? He brought him over about a week and a half ago. And the dog wasn't getting up. The dog wasn't eating. You had to feed it in its mouth. And I said,
Wow.
sweetheart, do you think maybe it's time to consider, helping him in his journey?
Mm.
And he said, when I get back from my trip. So he was gone for a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I started doing Reiki on Dexter.
Mm-hmm.
And I used aromatherapy, and I went searching what aromatherapy oils I could use on a dog, how I could use them. I because we had taken that great aromatherapy class, so I integrated that. So I just sat by him on a blanket. I washed the blanket every morning and sat on a blanket. And I could show you the dog. The dog is running around and prancing, and he hadn't barked in a year and a half.
Wow.
He now barks at me every morning.
Wow.
And every morning I go out and we do Reiki, aromatherapy. I give him his little treatment, and he now walks over 2 blocks to the store and back.
That's incredible.
And when Rick, my boyfriend, came home, he looked at him. He said, "My God, what did you do to him?" What I said, I did aromatherapy. He says, "Whatever you're doing, just don't stop doing it."
That's incredible.
It's incredible.
Daniela, I love that you had the courage to use Reiki, out in the real world, and that you went for it.
I felt like, am I supposed to be doing this? Am I already trained enough to do it? Who cares? It can't hurt.
And it worked. I mean, look at that. This is just the beginning for you. It's just the beginning. Like the very beginning. I mean, I'm so excited for you. I'm so excited for you. So, Daniela, thank you so much for sharing. I know this is really inspiring for me, and I know it's really inspiring for everybody else who's watching. So, seriously, thank you so much. Have a wonderful day, and I can't wait to continue on this journey with you. It's such an honor and a pleasure.
Thank you. It's been an honor and a pleasure to learn everything, and I love the way you have it formatted, that I don't have to be at a place at a certain time. I can I can rewatch it, and that helped me with going, okay, am I doing this right? Go rewatch the video.
Right.
Thank you.
Awesome. Well, enjoy, and I can't wait to talk again soon.
Thank you, Sarah. Can't wait to talk again soon.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.